guys, it's Tatiana, and I wanted to give you a little bit of an update of what happened last night. I updated on Facebook that we went to the hospital and it was false labor, and so I just wanted to give you like some information of like what had happened. I went to my sister-in-law's house. We had plans on dyeing eggs with the kids and everything. Excuse me. Around 6 o'clock. So it was about 6:30, I think, that I went inside because I was on the phone. And around 6:45, I started feeling these really bad, cramping pains in my abdomen and in my back, my lower abdomen. And it felt weird. I've never had back pain before, or back labor, so I wasn't sure if it was back labor. So I waited for another half hour, 45 minutes before I called the doctor, and so I called and talked to the on-call doctor there, and he said, I don't think it's labor, but go in and make sure. So I did. It was so funny because I was scrambling to get everything, my last minute stuff packed, and I hadn't packed baby diapers and stuff in the baby's bag, and so I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so unprepared for this. And you think I would be because everything else is done, but I wasn't prepared for the bags to be done, because you need to put your toiletries that you use and stuff. So I didn't pack any of that stuff because I wasn't thinking the baby's gonna come while I'm dyeing Easter eggs. So anyway, we went to the hospital and they checked me, and I was 3.5 centimeters. My contractions, of course, my pain, as soon as we got to the hospital, started to subside. I didn't feel them as strong anymore, and I did have very few contractions, but they were very small, nothing big, and it wasn't anything to show that I was in labor. So they brought me back home, or they sent me back home. So when we went home, I was exhausted, and so I went to bed, and around 3 o'clock in the morning is when my contractions started to wake me up. And they felt like the regular contractions, like the ones that I had with my sons, So I was like, okay, well, maybe it's time, maybe this is it. So I kind of kept watching the clock to see where I was. And they kept coming every 10 to 20 minutes. So when I felt okay, they're getting stronger, I went in the shower. And I said to my husband, I'm going to go in the shower, just in case. So after I got in the shower, after I got dressed, I went back into bed. And I said, let's count from this point on. So I guess it was around 4:30 in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning when we started to finally really monitor the contractions. And they were 10 minutes apart, and they were pretty strong. But they had said to me, don't come in until it's 5 minutes apart. So we just kept track and see where it was, and then the time just kept getting longer and longer. So it went from half an hour, 20 minutes to half an hour, each time I would get them until it was an hour apart. And I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? Aren't they supposed to get closer together? And they weren't. They were just getting, the intensity stayed, but it wasn't more, it was still pretty painful but bearable, where I wasn't doubled over oh my God, it's time, So that's why we didn't call the doctor or anything, because I'm I'm not going to do the false labor thing again. I can't, now I'm feeling the boy who cried wolf, you know what I mean? Because I've been having these Braxton Hicks, and those have been worrying me, and I just feel this one is so frustrating to me. I just want to know. like I did with my other two. Like I knew like it was time. And this one I just don't know. It's like I'm feeling all these different pains and different feelings, and it's annoying, to be honest. It really is annoying. I'm like, I just want to know when it's time. And if it's not time, I don't want to feel anything, you know? But it's like I feel like I'm being tricked and fooled into thinking like she's going to come, because I feel all these different pains, and then she doesn't come. And then the pains stop, and then it's like, well, what's going on, you know? Are these two different kinds of Braxton Hicks? What is it? You know, I have no clue. So anyway, that's where I'm at right now. I'm just resting now, trying to get as much rest as I can, because, you know, I didn't get much sleep last night, and then just kind of paying attention to my body to see what's going on. Thankfully, my mom's coming today, because we're all, like, scared that she's not going to be here for the birth because of all these different things that are happening. I think that I'm going to be really upset, though, if, you know, she comes and my mom comes from Puerto Rico, and then she doesn't come for, like, another 2 weeks, like, on her due date on May 1st. Because I feel like that's, you know, I mean, I know I can't control any of that stuff, but it's so frustrating because, like, I'm thinking she's coming soon. I'm 3 centimeters, I'm contracting, whatever. It's going to happen any minute. You know, the back pain, all this stuff. It's, like, all signs pointing towards the baby coming. So, I don't know. At this point, I'm just really, like, I feel, like, annoyed, and I feel like I'm annoying my husband every time I say I'm feeling something, you know? Not that it's, you know what I mean? Like, it's not anybody's fault. This is just how I'm feeling, you know? I feel like, oh, God, like, just something happened that's definite and not wishy-washy. So, anyway, okay, so that's all that's happening right now. I'm not probably going to update on YouTube if anything does happen. I'm going to try and video record, but I won't be able to get it edited until, you know, if anything does happen, until after I have the baby. So, if you do want an update, please make sure you follow me on Facebook, because that's where I will be updating, with pictures and stuff. So, if I can. So, follow me there. The link will be below this video. Alright, guys, thanks again, and let's pray. Please pray that she's coming soon, so that this agony and this torture will stop. Alright, I'll talk to you later. Bye.